Greetings to the audience of the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics. I am Andreia Moura, and together with the co-authors Alice Coyhon and Jessica Ashman-Witzel, we developed the study called Spicing Up Food Interactions, Development of a Healthy Food Education Activity Targeting Fathers and Their Young Children. This study was part of a bigger project where we evaluated barriers to healthy eating among families with young children, with preschoolers. And during this 3-year-long project, we interviewed mothers, and these mothers would tell us repeatedly that one of the main challenges in the household to promote healthier eating patterns was the father's and the child's unwillingness to try new healthful foods. Even in Denmark, where we developed this research, fathers, they are more and more involved with their children's care. Still, mothers, they stated to be the most responsible, the one that's most involved in healthy eating in the household. Therefore, we propose an intervention to engage fathers, to motivate fathers to be more engaged in their children's healthy eating, and at the same time promoting and motivating fathers and children to be willing to taste healthful foods, including vegetables and spices. To our knowledge, very few interventions they have targeted the father and not the mother in promoting healthier eating habits in the household. And also we have a novel approach that is to include the consumption of spices, meaning ginger and turmeric, because mothers, they told that once they have a child, it's very difficult to cook with those spices because in general children are not willing to taste spices like ginger and turmeric. Therefore, we propose an activity, an intervention that was 4-week long, and it was during the COVID pandemic. We included 15 families living in Denmark, and during these 4 weeks, and we conducted all the activities online due to the COVID lockdown. And during these 4 weeks, we developed 3 main activities with the families: picture book reading with the vegetables and spices, sensory play. We guided fathers to play with their children with those vegetables and spices, and they also cooked together 4 recipes with the targeted vegetables and spices that included kale, Brussels sprouts, spinach, celeriac, and also the spices turmeric or curcuma and ginger. And the results were quite promising. After these 4 weeks, fathers and children, they expressed to be more motivated to try new vegetables and spices. Fathers, they expressed to feel very surprised that the children were willing to taste everything, including a smoothie with ginger, or including also Brussels sprouts. That's something that most children in Denmark are not really willing to taste. And fathers also expressed an increased sense of self-efficacy for child feeding, and above all, they demonstrated what they called food joy. They really enjoyed participating in the activities. They found fun to cook with their children, to play around around vegetables and spices, and they were surprised that they could have fun together by conducting food-related activities. Therefore, our contribution demonstrates mostly in the fact that this was an activity involving fathers and not the mothers in promoting healthier eating habits in the household, and also promising in the sense that such activities, even though they were short term, even though they were small scale, and we also evaluated the outcomes in a qualitative manner, the results were promising to motivate fathers to be more engaged with their children's healthy eating, to be more engaged and more willing to try new vegetables in the household, and also more willing to cook together with the child. And the mothers, they also demonstrated to positive feelings in regard to their children and their partner to be involved in something together that involved healthy eating. One important point in this paper is that we evaluated the outcomes in a qualitative manner, even though we do need further studies to evaluate the same activities with a control group and also in a longitudinal manner. Still, our intention was really to create more of a feasibility study. As this is a novel approach, we wanted to create new hypotheses and to evaluate how feasible an activity for fathers and their children, how feasible and how promising it was. And the activities showed to be quite promising to involving fathers in their children's eating behaviors, healthy eating behaviors. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope that you find our paper useful.